Hello? Hello, Blessing. Hello, Blessing. Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. The problem is the internet connection this side is very poor,
Okay.
but I'll try.
No problem.
Okay. Rose is trying to join.
Okay.
Hello? Eh, eh. Hello, Blessing.
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, okay, let me Rose is just standing by. I think she's able to join now. Welcome, Dr. Rose. Hello, Rose. Are you available?
Hey, finally I'm here. You may need disturb.
Oh,
But
asante sana. So now at least we can now, we have blessing.
yeah. Oh, blessing has joined.
Yeah, blessing has joined. Now the skeleton that I was able to create, it is not, I think you have the notes themselves, huh?
I have them.
The content that you wanted to share, because I've just input the skeleton.
The one I wanted to share, the initial one, eh? Si nilikutumia nikakwambia uweke kwa slides and merge with this, eh?
Yes, so now I just placed a skeleton. So example is this one. I don't know if you are able to view it.
Let me open. I've opened it on my phone, but I'm also opening my whatever, our resource constraint in schools, limited CBC. Yeah, that's okay. Because then when speaking, I'm going to expand on that.
Exactly.
Yes.
Then another one, this one.
I think.
Then the last one, another one is this now. Enhanced teaching methods increased, that's the teacher personal benefits.
Yeah.
So yeah, you will just be expanding on each point or using the notes that you currently have.
Yeah.
Okay, can we start inviting teachers on board?
I think we can.
Okay. Yeah, so I think some people have joined. Maybe you can give them some time before we start. So please kindly, Brian, how are you?
Saidia na earphone. Mary, saidia na earphone.
Godfrey, please don't forget to make maybe 2 of us co-hosts, okay? Just in case your network.
Yes, yeah. But I want to make both of you co-hosts. So I think both of you are co-hosts. Huh? Yeah, I think now it's okay. So welcome everyone on board. I'm seeing guys have joined so that we can learn together and improve the education system in our countries. So I think we can give ourselves like how many minutes? Yeah.
I think maybe 4 to 5.
Yeah, okay, that's okay. 4 to 5, then we can start. So guys, you can just introduce yourself before the time reaches. Maybe if you are free, Brian Singi, I'm seeing Joseph Kabugi, Olabisi Akinole. You can just open Microsoft, your microphone and introduce yourself before you start. Or write on the chat box where you teach, what you teach, and what excites you about teaching the technology. Yes, Joseph.
Oh, hello. I'm Joseph Kabugi. I am a teacher of chemistry in Kirene Girls in Kenya. So I think I did FET simulations. Now I'm seeing something else, LabXchange. I hope I'll be able to get some other insights that will better my teaching. Thank you.
That's okay, Joseph. Welcome. We so that we can learn together. So this is a very wonderful resource that we're going to look into. So, yes. Anybody else can open the mic and introduce yourself. I'm seeing Brian Onabisi Akinrole.
Hello, members.
Yes, welcome, Brian.
I'm Brian Singi from Makueni, a school called Bone AIC. Yes, I'm here to learn more on the LabXchange. I think it is a site which is a way of replacing the common lab which you have been using. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Brian. We are here together. So that is a good venture, Brian.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. Yes, Ezekiel Adesina. How are you, sir?
I'm doing greatly. I'm
Welcome
doing
aboard.
greatly.
So I think others are still joining. In Kenya, they're just coming out from lunch.
Yeah.
In Nigeria, I think Nigeria is 2 hours behind us.
It's 12 p.m. here. Yes, you're correct.
Oh, yes, it's 2 hours. So you are not yet gone for lunch, yeah?
We don't have we don't have like a specific national time.
Oh.
we don't do that. I think we are too much to do that.
Oh, as by maybe 12:30, 12:30, 1 up to 2, that is lunchtime. So
We don't do
generally,
that. Anyway,
generally,
the food, every canteen is open 24 hours. You can walk in and eat at any time. Yeah.
Oh, that is great.
You say it's great.
Yeah. So anytime is food time.
Oh.
Yeah.
Godfrey, can you speak a bit louder? Maybe close to your microphone.
Okay,
So we can hear.
I was saying that anytime in Nigeria is food time, huh?
Yes, anytime is food time. In fact, from 6 a.m. people are already selling food till midnight.
Some parts of where I'm coming from, you cannot get like a meal that was supposed to take at lunchtime. You only find it at lunchtime, not in the morning. So I think I will one day come to Nigeria.
Yeah.
Yeah, and eat jollof rice.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
When you come to Nigeria, you will eat better superlative food than jollof rice.
So there are others.
Like
Mr. Biodun is here. Yes. Tell him more.
Southwestern Nigeria, you take delicacy like amala and begiri. That's resident in the southwestern. And when you go to the eastern part, you eat a lot of akpu.
With different type of soups.
Different type of soup. So you are bound to enjoy Nigeria. You know Nigeria is the giant of Africa.
Yeah. So I think Nigeria is also representing us in the African Cup of Nations.
Surely voted for to lift the trophy.
Okay. That's good. That's great. So I think it is good so that we are here sharing more about our cultures, apart from the main issue of education, which is good. So I think now I know some bit about Nigeria. I'm a fan of Nigerian movies, especially Sophia, the comedy ones. I like them. Now I think we should.
Yeah. I think we can continue.
Yeah.
The rest will join as we go on.
Okay, thank you so much. So welcome everybody on board. So if you are joining us, you can introduce yourself, where you teach, what you teach, and also what excites you about technology in education. You can just write on the chat box. So any question, any issue, write on the chat box. So we are here, we can address, so any of us will address. So on board, I have Dr. Rose Mutende, who is a LabXchange teacher ambassador from Kenya, and also a FET fellow. I am also with Blessing Tukuka from Nigeria, a FET fellow and a LabXchange teacher ambassador. So these two guys are well versed with the knowledge that we need to share. So I believe we are going to learn on board. So I am Godfrey Odhiambo. I'm a teacher of maths and physics. I was teaching at a school called Ukunda Secondary School up to December last year. Currently, I am teaching at a school called St. Mary's Kiamoria in Kiambu, next to Nairobi County. Although it is cold where I am, but I will adapt. I will adapt.
Yeah. Okay,
So,
good afternoon.
Yeah,
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Dr. Rose Mutende. I'm a STEM expert, I would say. I teach at Kibabi University. I'm a science educator. I am also the coordinator of STEM, the Center of STEM at Kibabi University, and I'm happy that today I'll be one of your facilitators. Thank you, Godfrey. We also have Blessings on board. Blessings, please introduce yourself.
Okay, yeah. Welcome everyone. This is Blessing Chukwuka. I'm the founder of DTW Tutorials. Been taking STEM subjects, teaching students online, maths, English, and now taking it to helping teachers have the best tools, technological tools that can enhance STEM learning. Okay, so that's all about me for now. Thank you so much, Dr. Rose.
Thank you. So we are on board here to talk about LabXchange. And let me welcome Dr. Rose to give us, maybe put us in context on why we need to know about LabXchange, why we need to integrate education, technology in our teaching and learning in our classes, and also give us more that she has. So Dr. Rose, welcome on board.
Thank you, Godfrey. Now, karibu sana walimu. I'm happy to present this afternoon. And I want to begin us by bringing us back into context so that we can appreciate why we are having this workshop. I said I am a science educator. I have taught in secondary schools for almost 20 years, and now I teach at university. Specifically, I prepare science teachers, teaching them how to teach science. And having been a teacher myself, I'm well aware of the challenges that there are in schools which you are facing. And so I'm aware, I'm sure we are in the right place. We've taken the right approach to use LabXchange and even PhET simulations for those who did a course with us on the use of PhET simulations to try and address the issues that we are facing in STEM, in the teaching of STEM in Kenya, and not only in Kenya. I want to believe even in the rest of Africa and even beyond. So quickly, I'll go to the challenges in the teaching and learning of STEM. These are the things that you know, which you encounter on a daily basis for most of us seated here. And I want us to just to be live to them as we go through this program. So the challenges are many, but I'll pick on a few key ones. The first one being resource constraints in schools, and not only in schools, but also in our teacher education institutions. You find that we are lacking in modern laboratories. Computers are inadequate if they are there. Internet access is expensive and not even there. And so this impedes hands-on learning experiences and technology-driven education that we may want to undertake. Now, as science teachers, we know we take students to the lab for hands-on experiences. But I'm here to tell you that technology-driven STEM education is even better because it is going with the technology, that is the use of simulations. We even make what is invisible during our practicals more visible to the students when we use simulation. The other challenge that we have, and which you well know about, is a limited expertise, and particularly with the rolling out of the CBC curriculum, which we are now on, we find our teachers not having been well prepared in advance for the CBC curriculum. So we have limited CBC expertise, and this is because we are shifting to the competency-based curriculum, and our teachers are not so well prepared. So the teachers lack actually proficiency in STEM pedagogies and simulations, and because of the inadequate technology infrastructure. So we have limited CBC expertise. The other challenge that we have is on assessment issues. Using the traditional assessment methods, these methods have not been able to help us effectively evaluate our students' understanding of STEM concepts. And in the teaching of science, we have a lot of concepts that are that are complex for the students. And the problem is compounded by the fact that the teachers are not able to effectively evaluate the understanding of their students. So teachers find it challenging to design and implement effective assessment tailored to specific needs of STEM education. So with the use of LabXchange, as we learn, we are going to learn assessment methods that are going to help us assess our students' understanding when we teach the STEM concepts. So I would like to say that despite these challenges, and of course, plus many others, initiatives like LabXchange, digital content, and the FET simulations, then we are able to address the deficiencies of STEM in education in Kenya and beyond. So I also want to quickly run us through the role that LabXchange is going to play in addressing the challenges. I'll call upon all of us to really, yes.
Don't worry, Dr. Rose, continue.
Please. Okay. I was just saying that I'm going to call upon all of us here to go through the LabXchange program and take it seriously, because it's going to help us address some of the challenges that we have and better teach STEM subjects and concepts for that matter. So the role of LabXchange in addressing the challenges: one, LabXchange is going to help in resource development. LabXchange has digital content which comprises of instructional materials. These materials are going to provide our teachers with the resources that aid them in delivering high quality and engaging STEM lessons. Teachers, with the use of LabXchange digital material, we are not going to have lessons where we as teachers are the ones who are just presenting the material and the students are not taking part. They are seated there quietly and listening. With the LabXchange, the way the lessons are structured, the students will be engaged and they will actively participate. And we know that this enhances understanding. Another role of the LabXchange digital content is key in capacity building for us teachers. LabXchange fosters the ability to seamlessly integrate technology into our teaching practices. And this aligns with the need to overcome the current limitations of CBC expertise that we are facing. So while the government is working on capacity building the teachers, we can continue, and we are going to use the LabXchange digital content to empower teachers to be experts so that they get the skills that they need in the modern STEM education classroom. Then the other role and very important of LabXchange is that it's going to offer us an opportunity for professional learning communities. Teachers, we are going to have a support system in the way of, for example, a WhatsApp group for LabXchange educators. Now, this is so that we form professional learning communities. And in these groups, the WhatsApp group for LabXchange, we are going to share our experiences with regard to STEM teaching from our contexts. We are going to share about the resources we use for improved teaching in whatever identified concepts, the strategies that we use and which are working for us better, and so on. So this kind of a support system that is going to be facilitated by LabXchange is very crucial. It's very crucial for us as teachers to help us navigate the challenges that are posed by the dynamic landscape of STEM education. Then besides that, when we engage into LabXchange, the use of LabXchange digital content, we as teachers have personal benefits. And so what are the benefits that I'm going to get as a teacher, STEM teacher, when I engage in the LabXchange teaching approaches? Number one is that our teaching methods are going to be improved. LabXchange has interactive simulations and multimedia content which we shall access, and these are going to increase students' interest and, of course, create a positive attitude towards STEM concepts. Then we are also going to benefit by gaining increased efficiency, because the digital nature of the LabXchange streamlines our lesson planning as well as delivery. And this is going to save us very valuable time in preparation. We know we take a lot of time to prepare, for example, schemes of work, lesson plans, and so on. So by using LabXchange, we are going to increase our efficiency. Then, of course, professional development, we are going to gain skills and knowledge in the integration of technology in STEM teaching. Besides that, as we engage in the use of LabXchange digital content, teachers, we are going to have free access to the digital resources. These resources are free, they are easily accessible, and they are diverse for all our teaching, for all our STEM subjects. So when we have access to these resources, it is going to enhance the quality and variety of of our instruction in the classes. And so we are going to have good teaching experiences. Then, of course, flexibility in lesson design offered by the simulations, which are very flexible. And so as teachers, whatever simulation you choose for whatever subject or concept, you will find that you can customize that to suit the different students in your class. And I think that is a plus, because many times when we teach, we find that we actually find students who are struggling, we leave students who are struggling behind. But with LabXchange, I can say that no student will be left behind. Then, of course, improved student engagement. I think I've said that. With the use of this digital content, all students will participate. So all of them will get engaged. Whether they are fast learners or strugglers, they'll be engaged. Then, of course, collaboration opportunities for us teachers. I've said we are going to have a WhatsApp group that is going to serve as a support system, and we are going to share our experiences here. We're also going to get to gain by learning about new assessment methods that are very effective in our STEM classes. And of course, LabXchange and the PhET simulations and the digital resources that we are going to use here are well aligned with our curriculum standards in Kenya. So we are not going to learn about something that we may never use. What we are learning here, teachers, we are going to apply immediately in our class, and we are going to have easier time and better experiences than we've ever had before. And the beauty of this, remember, free, easily accessible digital materials and simulations. I think I'll not take more time. Having said that, I think I've brought us into context, and particularly our Kenyan context, and how LabXchange is going to improve on our teaching practices. Back to you, Godfrey Odhiambo. Thank you, teachers, for listening.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ross, for giving us, putting us into context on why we need LabXchange, how LabXchange will enhance the pedagogical learning of our students, and also make learning science more interesting in our classes. So therefore, let me now pick up from that point and ask, so the first one is, what is LabXchange? So what is LabXchange? So LabXchange is a global science classroom open to everyone. So every teacher can access, it is free. It was created at Harvard University and supported by Amgen Foundation. So the platform is free, so each teacher can access. So it connects learners, it connects educators, it connects maybe everybody who is in the teaching fraternity. So therefore, the teachers can share ideas, the teachers can create content, the digital content, either video, a simulation, or an interactive, and share online. So also in the LabXchange, a student can get, can access LabXchange, can access a simulation, can access any resource that he or she requires, and also collaborate with other languages. So it is free. So design a lesson in a very short time. So the teacher can just customize. So you don't need to start creating afresh. It in an order, and mostly the that can use the LabXchange.
Hello, Godfrey. Hello, Godfrey. Can you maybe you put off your video? You're breaking. Because you can turn off your video and just speak.
Yeah, so therefore the teachers are paid poorly. So therefore the time for creating content is not there. Even the time for maybe lesson planning. So for the teacher to also at LabXchange, there is a live feedback where the student will get feedback almost immediately. So teaching and impacting students, but all too often we hear the same. I believe everything. The teacher has everything at hand. So we have which actives, we have simulations, we have videos, we have texts, which the teacher can decide to use. So we have a personal, the Blessing will take us through the website so that you can learn on how to log in, You subscribe for a free account and also access the resources as they are on the dashboard. So Blessing, please come on board so I can tell us how to create an account, and you pick up from there. So maybe can I stop sharing the screen so that I can share how to do that? Hi, Blessing.
Yes, I'm with you, Godfrey.
Okay, can I drop my screen so that you can share?
Okay, no problem. But I need you to share your link in the chat box. Okay?
Okay. Let me share the general one. Let me just write the general one. Or Rose, do you have your link? You share on the chat box so that teachers can use that or subscribe.
To share there?
The link, your link. The
Okay, let me see if I can
www.labexchange.org.
try.
Let me see if I can quickly get your link. I think I dropped it somewhere. Yeah, I think I've gotten your link, Godfrey. I'm going to share it now.
Oh, you've got my link, huh? That's okay.
Okay. Yeah, so we can all use that link to, you click on it and it will take you to the site, and it will just immediately take you to the sign up page when you click on it. Okay, and it's not that difficult to sign up. Just put in your name, your email address. Okay, we're going to give just like a few minutes, 3 minutes. Just click on the link. I hope everyone can see it. If you can see the link, just give a thumbs up in the chat box. Let's see. Have you click the link? Has it taken you there? Let's have a thumbs up in the chat box. Okay, good. So it will take you there, and in 2 minutes, you should create an account. It is absolutely free to create an account. Why the need to create an account is you will be able to access all features on the website. That's why it is very good, Mr. Abiodun, good. That's why it is very important to create an account. It's absolutely free. So we're going to give everyone 2 minutes to do that before we move forward. And if you've been able to, can I see a yes? If you have created your account, can I just see a yes in the chat box?
Firstly, sport teaches children valuable social skills which are essential later in life.
Oh, good. If you have an account on LabXchange, let me see a yes now if you have created one, an educator's account. Abubaki just said they gave a yes. Any other person? Yes, good. Joseph, thank you. One more person, then we will move forward. Mr. Godfrey would share the link again in the WhatsApp group. Oh, good. So, Godfrey, you can go ahead.
Okay, thank you so much. So, Blessing, I want you to take us through, maybe show all the incredible features. Okay, I think this one, the teachers can also do it, huh? Or you can go to,
Come again?
Can the teachers do it? like all the parts of the LabXchange. That is a dashboard.
Okay.
You are muted. You are muted. Blessing.
Okay, yeah. I think Dr. Rose. Yeah. Dr. Rose, are you there? Okay. All right. So we have do you want to stop sharing now, Godfrey, so I can control?
Yes, yes. Okay, sure.
Okay. Okay. So let's look at, so we just created an account, and I just want to quickly take us through who the collaborators are on LabXchange. Okay. Some of our collaborators on LabXchange are people that support this foundation, that's the Amgen Foundation. And the top collaborators, you see, the Khan Academy, we have FETs, which we have been, most of us here have passed through the FETs course in one way or the other. We have Harvard, we have, Kyoto, we have several collaborators that are also trying to enforce, and promote STEM teaching in our schools. Okay, so we have over 150 credible collaborators with over 20,000 high quality science resources. So, and we'll note that, one thing that the PhET simulation lacks is more of biology simulation. But here in the LabXchange, for our biology teachers, there are a lot of biology simulations that are hands-on that we can build on. You can see here we have bio simulation, bio life, and all that. So these are the collaborators of LabXchange. Now, let's see our library. Hold on. Okay. Now, the library, I would quickly take you through the website, but let me quickly go through the slides. So in the library, you find everything arranged for you. There are what we call pathways, there are what we call clusters, simulation, videos. You have videos, okay, that you can select. You can filter a video based by duration, okay, which is very amazing. I see this feature as an amazing feature. You can filter content based on background knowledge. So the library is vast with over, it's no longer 20,000. This is like another slide, over 21,000 high quality science resources. So every day we are imputing more and more resources. So it's like a database. This is what the LabXchange is like. So PhET is on it. So it's like the world, they're trying to build the world's database for science resource. So if you as a science teacher are having any issues, just come to LabXchange and you will find everything. That's it. You don't need to, start surfing the World Wide Web. No. Everyone is here. 150 credible science STEM collaborators are on the platform. So this is like your go-to. Instead of stressing yourself, just surfing the internet, looking for this video, looking for that. Everything has been curated here for you. Okay, so you can see how wonderful this platform is. All right, so that's the library. Sorry. Yeah, so we have subject pages where we select from. You pick the subjects, you browse for the particular topic you want. Okay, we have simulations, several simulations, and interactives. All right, anyway, we're going to go through some simulations here. Okay, apart from the first simulation, which is here, we have Our World in Data, we have Concord Consortium, we have the Harvard Library, we have several simulations that we can play around with, and interactives, okay, that students would be engaged by. So now, why is it important to create your own LabXchange account as an educator? Because with that, you can be able to curate your own content for a particular topic that you want to teach, okay? You want to teach about fractions. So as a teacher, this is just an introduction. For the proper training, Godfrey would announce that on the group on how to properly curate on the platform. But I am introducing, this is just an introduction, okay? So not to stress anyone here. So you need your own dashboard to organize whichever content that you need, all right? And there are several ways to do this. I'm going to show you an example, all right? So that's what your personal dashboard is. You will see your tools, how to pick, set questions, add audio, add videos, add text, add image, add pathways, okay? And you will learn about pathways, how to create and customize a pathway. That's what we call a pathway. For everything we want to teach, there are sequential steps we have to set up for the learner to follow. So that's the learning pathway. So on the LabXchange, you curate your content according to a pathway, which there's a pedagogical method which we are going to train you to do in the next seminar. So here, you can also share your content on Facebook, on Twitter, on several, or copy the link and share with your students, okay? This is a wonderful way to give assessments, to give homework, assignments, all right? You can, after you've created your pathway, maybe at the end there's a quiz, you want to introduce a topic, you put a video. Let's say you want to introduce a new topic that students do find difficult to understand, and you want to introduce that topic on Monday. On Friday, send the link to the students on Monday. It will be so easy for you to teach that topic. That's why it's very, very amazing, okay? So sharing of content, you can do this, all right? And with that, what I just said now is when you send the link to your students, you have created an online class for that particular topic, okay? You share the link and you give them a code. That's what we call a class code, all right? When you give them the code, they join that particular class and you accept it. And when the learners go through all this, you would see all learners, you will see the progress, and you can also have a discussion around it, that particular class, okay? So, so finally, it's a world of exploration and discovery, okay? You can do so many things, okay, on this. And we implore you that immediately after this particular seminar, just take out 10-20 minutes, go through the LabXchange platform, explore, experiment, try out different tools and functionalities, share your experiences, okay, on the group and with other educators around you, okay? And definitely everyone needs science and science needs everyone. This statement might just look so ordinary, but let me give you, from my own understanding, it's not ordinary. Look, just take a look at the case of COVID. See what happened. Okay, did the entertainment industry, were they able to battle COVID? Which other industry? Manufacturing industry, the engineers, were they able to battle? Yeah, they are also part of science. I'm trying to look for non-science background. The sports, is it sports, hotel, hospitality industry, were they able to battle science? No, everyone depended on science. Everyone dependent on the nurses, on doctors, on biologists to bring out a cure for COVID. And we can see that, yeah, some of them, you know, passed on, which is quite sad, facing this particular, you know, nightmare called COVID. And that's also created a gap in the world of science, that, you know, people from the West started recruiting people all over the world to come fill up that gap. So science is very important. It's the foundation, is the bedrock of every society. Okay? The buildings, everything, the manufacturing industries, what particular arm does this is science, STEM, science, you know, engineering, mathematics, technology. So everyone is science. And also science needs us to learn of it. So we build a better society for our world and for our generation. Okay? So it's quite important. So quickly, I will take you through the Godfrey, just let me know when to stop in case we're stretching the time. Okay?
No,
So
it's okay.
come again?
It's okay.
Now, you have your educator dashboard like this. I would advise you to please go to, after you are done, kindly go to your dashboard and try to write something about yourself. Write, it's like your CV, put up your CV here, because it's also a community. People also check and make yourself visible. That's why I say play around with it. People can come, check your profile, and even send you a message or contact you. Put your email down, send you a message and contact you. Okay, can you do this? Can you do that? You know, for career growth and advancement. All right, so you have this. Please make sure you spice up your profile on your educator dashboard. Okay, so we have here this particular part. These are two parts that are important: your community and dashboard. So I'll quickly go to the dashboard. All right, because that's where I want to show you some things. Now, in your dashboard, you have content that you have curated. All right, and here you can easily go and try to look for things. All right, you can type out your subjects and look for anything, either pathways, clusters, simulations, interactive videos, or text. All right, we have here your favorites. This is where everything you take as favorites comes under here. Now here, classes I teach. This is where you create your own class. So here I have 2 classes. Here I have this class, building fractions. I have how many learners? 23 learners. Okay, I can enter here quickly. When I enter this particular class here, all right, don't worry, in the main seminar, which is the main workshop, you'll be trained on how to create your class and all that. So when you enter here, you can click here, you see learners. You see all your learners. Oh, I haven't accepted this person. I will say yes. So if someone enrolls into your class, you send them the link and give them this code of that class, all right, building of fraction. So when they get that code, they impute the code and their requests come here and you click a yes. Okay, as a teacher, you know your students, click a yes and it accepts them into your class. Okay, as it accepts them into your class, so they become now your students, all right? You can check everyone's progress here. Okay, you can also put up a discussion here. All right, so this is how you can you know, and this is the content. So this is the item that the students will go through. Now I have here a pathway. Inside this pathway, there are 5 items I want them to go through. The first one is a video. I have arranged this. Okay, the second is a text telling them what fractions is about. Now, the second, you can see how I sequentially arrange them. All right. The second is on the experiment. Now, in the experiment, I put in the simulation, effect simulation, intro to fractions, and I give them instructions on what to do on this simulation. If I click on this simulation, it takes me to the simulation. They work on it, put in their values here. Okay, and go to the next. So the next, I give them a quiz. Can you see this? I give them a quiz to test their understanding. And finally, I try to do a consolidation. I give them another video to just explain uses of fractions. I've introduced them to the world of fraction, and I'm trying to tell them how you can, where you can apply fractions. And this video is like a 2-minute video. And you do this through that future. This future I told you about, video. You can come here to video duration. Anyway, I've always been using the 5 minutes, below 5 minutes video. You will see below 10 minutes video and all that, and select. Okay, so that is where you see, that is where you have classes I teach. Now, classes I'm in is if maybe you go into another class, another teacher's class. You can join several classes on the LabXchange platform. There are several classes you can join to learn more. Okay, so, and you have your messages where people from the community can personally inbox you, message you, and you check those messages. Okay, so here you have the communities, you have discussions where you can join in discussions. Your mentees you can select, your mentors you can select, search for a mentor. You can also become a mentor and have mentees. Okay, so how do you get the resources? All you need to do is just click on this library here. It takes you to the pool, okay, where you can now start selecting. All right, when I go to my dashboard, you can see this on my dashboard. I can only see this video duration because that's my dashboard. That is what I've been using. Okay, but if you want to go into the full pool, just come here, click on library, select the subject you want. Can you see this? I'm just showing you how you play around with it. All right, the background knowledge, none, some, extensive, the source. Where do you want the source of the materials to come on? Can we please mute our microphones? Godfrey, can you help me? Hello? Godfrey, can you help me mute the microphone of the person? Hello? No. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Godfrey. Okay, sorry about that, everyone. So sorry. Okay, so you have this to select where do you want your items to come from. Okay, you have tags. You can go to tags. All right. So these are your pathways. So search for anything you want and it brings it up. Let's say we want something on sales. Okay, it brings up everything. You can come here, click for interactives on sales. I'm showing you how to filter things. So these are interactives. All right. Come here. When we click here, start interactives. These are how interactives work. Okay. Say scroll down. Scroll down. Imagine you are this. Okay. You just keep on. All right. Okay. You keep on scrolling. How was your body spray? So this is an example of an interactive. Now, let me quickly go to a simulation, another simulation. Let's click on simulation. All right. So we have simulations from Concord, Consortium. We have from LabXchange. Okay. We have this simulation here. Look at this simulation. Look at another simulation here. Let's say we have this. This is a simulation from LabXchange. We start simulation. So it's all for you to go explore. Okay, so you go through all this. Next selection. This is like a lab. You know, all these high-level standard laboratory, physical labs that are now physically, digitally simulated for us here. You know, these things, all these equipments, we can't, it can even be more than the budget of a whole school. Okay, but we have now the digital form that we can use to, do so many experiments. So read through, it says drag this, do this. It's just to follow, the instructions. Okay, and everything would go well. Okay, so it depends on what you want to teach your students. Okay, so let me quickly go back. I'm just taking you through the website. All right, you have videos. If you want videos on this, on what we said, which is sell, it brings up this. We can come here and select that you want 5 minutes. You are filtering. So this part is for filter. So it selects videos that are less than 5 minutes. That you can see this. This is a 2 minutes video. 2 minutes. It brings up every video less than 5 minutes, and you can select that video and put it in your pathway. Okay, so let me show you what pathway looks like. Click on your dashboard. All you need to do is come to this add new content. Okay, from here you can select if you want text content, if I showed you of the building. Okay, so at this junction, I think I have to stop here. Godfrey, I hope I've done enough. Dr. Rose, I hope I've touched enough. Is everyone with? Hello?
Yes, Blessing.
Wow.
We can hear you, Blessing.
Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
Okay, yes, I think I'm done.
Yeah.
I don't want to stretch further before I
Okay. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Blessing, for taking us.
Places. Yeah, I'm done.
Thank you so much, Blessing. So I believe we have been able to maybe go through the dashboard, how to sign in, sign up, and also how to organize the different parts of the clusters so that we can be able to create a lesson. Now, at this time, I want to welcome everyone. If you have any question, maybe an observation, you can just unmute and highlight or maybe put it out, put it up. So Blessing, you have a question on the chat box. Are you able to see it?
Okay, yes, I see it. It says, do LabXchange have all fetch sims? Yes, I noticed that not all fetch sims are on the LabXchange. That's what I noticed. When I was searching for a sim, I didn't find. But I think, the integration is one process. That there are processes to the integration of, because if you notice, the sims don't go out of the LabXchange platform. Okay, it works on the LabXchange platform, and I'm sure it must be a lot of work. So they are adding, and it takes time. It will take time to program and plug in the first sims to work on their platform. Okay, but not all. I noticed that not all. Okay, Mr. Biodun, I see your message. Okay, it says, this is truly amazing, but I have a question. Must one be online? Oh, yes, I would say, is it a disadvantage for Africa because we have internet issues, is that it's online. You must be online, okay? You must be online. That's the only issue. That's the difference from FETs. FETs, you can easily just do your things offline, but here it's online. So that's why I see where educators can do this, where educators can use this more, is to make it as an assessment, like an assignment, homework. You want to introduce a topic, just create a pathway, give them over a Saturday, tell them go to your mommy's phone, go to your daddy's phone, you know, use their Android, use this link, join it, and go through this. Okay, that's why I see it working, because if you take it to your schools, you know, there might be no internet for you to work with. So it might, you know, cause so many stress for you to handle, okay, using it in school. But I see it more effectively as a homework, you know, to students that have access to maybe phones, mobile phones, internet in their homes. Okay, it says here, Mr. Joseph, I hope I answered you, Mr. Simon. Okay, Mr. Abdul Baki said, thanks, you're welcome. Mr. Joseph said, quite a handful of information, hoping to do some work on making a class. Yes, please do play around with it. It's quite easy to interact, you know, interact with the platform. And Godfrey is going to also announce to you when a proper training on how to create pathways, how to create your online class will occur. Okay. Okay, yes, Simon, thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome, Simon. Okay, yes. I hope I've answered your questions.
So thank you so much, Blessing, for that insight. Now, Ezekiel, you have a question?
Yeah, I want to appreciate the effort to bring this to the notice of science educator. The question I have, the first one is that looking at the participant level we have here, you would notice that the response of science teachers, not only science teachers, STEM teacher or STEM teachers to integrating technology so low. We are just 25 on this platform now. Is this only 25 we have in Africa that are interested in integrating technology in science teaching and learning? I've been looking at the recalcitrant attitude, the disposition of we science teachers, so low. I was in a meeting not quite some days ago, and I was encouraging our students have low achievement in science, low attitude, negative attitude to science. How can we build them up? Then teachers are just bragging, they've done the best they could do, they've done the best. And then I chip in. Have you tried simulation before? Is that what is simulation? These things are what we read in books, they are not practicable. So what is not practicable here? So the question is, how can we change? How can we work on this recalcitrant attitude of a science educator so that they can see the practicality of this kind of technological innovation in science teaching and learning? That's the first question. The second question is, we would by literature and by practice realize that STEM is already dated. Science, technology, engineering, and mathematics is already archaic without the construct of arts being added to STEM. Because most of the time we talk about STEM, we are only conscious of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And all these innovation we have tried, we have understood the knowledge we have built, the attitude we have built, we are not able to have the ability to use it, to create ideas. The problem lies with we don't integrate art to STEM to give STEAM. So the second question is, how do we science teachers change our thinking, our orientation, and bring in art to STEM to give us STEAM education? Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much. Now we have reached the top of the hour. I think it is 1 hour has gone, and I wish to thank everyone who has come on board. And so we are not holding anybody behind. So if you have any other engagement, you can just go and address it. I thank everyone. So you can also decide to remain behind and maybe have this conversation, but it is optional. So maybe Dr. Rose or Blessing, can you address Ezekiel's issue?
Okay, I think that question is for Dr. Rose. Because she's closer to policy making. That's your question, Dr. Rose.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I think that one of the issues that has been raised is about the low number of teachers that we are having in this program, if I got the question right. And I want to say that we are at a stage where we are doing sensitization. You got the links to join from us, but we shall also ask you to pass that link, the registration link, to more of your colleagues. You know, people are in groups, WhatsApp groups, whatever groups you are, please share the links. Please tell them that there is this LabXchange that you are learning about and that they are welcome to learn. Learning is absolutely free. Access to the simulations and digital content that, like I said earlier, is free. Now, on bringing the arts on board, that is something that is already ongoing. What we are addressing here is the pedagogies and the use of the simulation. But like in STEM, I'll tell you something that I do at Kibabi University. It is known and well documented that when students do not understand English well, then even their understanding of STEM concepts become difficult. And that is one of the issues that contribute to the low learner outcome in STEM subject or STEM disciplines. So like at the Center of STEM at Kibabi University, we have brought on board the English teachers. Teachers of English are also at the Center of STEM, because what they do, they are facilitating what we call English for STEM. English for STEM. And after this, if you Google out English for STEM, you realize that a lot of research has been done to bring English into STEM. STEM teachers, we cannot get good results if the teachers of English are not doing a good job. Then we have the other art subjects that are also brought on board. For what we have been told here, I don't know whether it was Ezekiel or the person who spoke earlier, to bring us onto STEAM. Now you'll see that a lot of pedagogies that we use to teach STEM may be touching on art. And so we teach better when we have art in STEM, when we integrate art discipline, art strategies into STEM. Now, maybe I'll just say that as a tip of the iceberg, but maybe during our training on the LabXchange, we may find some time to really help the teachers understand how the arts can be integrated into STEM to give our to help our students learn easier STEM concepts. Thank you for the interest of time.
Simon has raised his hand.
Yes, Simon?
Simon is muted, and I think, I don't know, he's speaking.
Simon, unmute. Okay, thank you. Simon, you're still muted. Unmute. Okay.
Unmute. Okay. Good afternoon, Dr. Rose. Good afternoon, Godfrey. Good afternoon, Blessing. Good afternoon. Thank you so much for this privileged opportunity we have as science teachers to really learn on how we can assist our learners today. And the question raised by Mr. Abiodun, I really appreciate the question. I want to appeal that, is it possible that we have another opportunity where we'll have this training session, and are we allowed to share this link with all our colleagues and groups that we are networking with, so that we increase the pool of teachers, science teachers, that can participate in a future workshop, and possibly a 24-hour notice of this event can be posted on the WhatsApp group, so that we can share with people on a weekend, so that everybody can have a larger number. Apart from that, I want to say it was a very, very enlightening session for me, and I'm happy I was able to register and sign in after a long while, but I got it. Thank you so much, ma.
Thank you so much, Simon.
Okay, welcome. We are going to share on the DTW. Which of the groups are you on? Is it on the DTW group?
On the...
I can't hear you.
Unmute, Simon, unmute.
We can't hear you, Simon.
Yes. Mute, unmute, unmute.
I think he's tapping it twice. Just tap once. Aha. Tap again. Once. Aha. Tap again.
Okay. Okay. Is it okay now?
Yes, we can hear you.
I'm on the first simulation group. I'm on the first simulation WhatsApp group.
Okay. We are going to share. We'll share the link. Okay. We are going to share. We'll share the link. The next training there. Yeah.
That is the group that was by Miss Rita. She said she shared the post to all of us, and that is truly appreciated. Okay. That's the group I belong to.
Okay, great. So any opportunities you are going to get. Any opportunities you are going to get notified.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Mr. Abiodun, you raise your hands again.
I want to say that the sharing of this notification is not the issue. Like I normally share it on our own platform, and in the platform I belong to, really I got the notice of the FET and this LabXchange ideology from the platform of STAN, Science Teacher Association of Nigeria, in my state. Then I'm now thinking that the next time we are going to have this meeting, many of my science teachers in your state will be there. I only find myself and another person from my own institution. Only two of us I recognize our face there. The last meeting we had. This time around, this notice came to me. I share it on my on the platforms. And I realized that even the second person that we are there together, the first time we had this LabXchange, it's not even here today. Even the meeting we had at departmental level some few days ago, it was a negative disposition to technology integration. The teachers always look at it as it's not possible. You cannot use learning management system. You cannot even use common WhatsApp to teach. You cannot use digital tools. Talk less of this LabXchange or FET technology. All these are workable. They are working. So sharing it is not the big issue. I've had it being shared at the STAN platform. I've had it being shared at my own platform. And at the departmental level, I heard that with the teachers, we are not positively disposed to the use of this technology. So how do we change that mindset? Not sharing now.
Okay, thank you. Now, I want to maybe give a small insight. So the first thing that we teachers in Africa, let me talk of maybe the people have interacted with. We so much like tokenism. Tokenism, such a way that for you to be trained, you have to be paid. And that is a problem. Even something that you can gain freely, you have to be paid. Another problem we have is the technophobia, where teachers, I think they fear. There's a teacher who told me that if I see a computer, my head aches. So that is the technophobia. So I was wondering how we can maybe, like I shared, I have seen most teachers are from Nigeria, which is very good. And I think Nigeria is doing better than Kenya. And I'm very challenged in this. So I think we need to work on the attitude part. And maybe, I don't know if the teachers in Africa are paid poorly. That's why we don't want to adapt to the new technology. We want to remain doing the lecture method that we used to do, that were used when we were in class. So I was taught using the lecture method, And I believe I should not teach using the same method, because the generation that I was with when I was being taught is different generation that I'm teaching now. So I hope teachers in Africa will wake up and adapt to what is going on currently. So Joseph, you have a question? Okay, blessing, then Joseph.
Okay, Mr. Biodo, I think for some teachers, okay, they need a physical training. I think that's one way to motivate. There has to be physical, we have to come first physically, okay, to motivate them to say, oh, this can work. Oh, we can use this, we can do this. Then, before we now take it online, are you with me? So if I see that you are in Nigeria or if you can share, because if you can share your details, I see you're also connected with Stan. If you can share your phone number with me, I can call maybe during the Stan conference and speak about LabXchange, speak about FETs. You give 1 or 2, presentations on it and let them see how it works and speak about the testimonies about it, the references, okay? And this will go another, you don't give up. Please, don't be angry and give up. I think that's what I would say. Don't be angry and give up, all right? Thank you so much.
Joseph?
Joseph.
Okay, just like the first speaker had talked about science teachers not getting interested, I think in my case, I sent the link to my group, and interestingly, again, there is no one who has come. One of the challenges is that I've always observed is that people start from the point that there is going to be a challenge, already they are creating mental, kind of ground for there to be failure. And I think that is where issues arise. If somebody does not use technology, you're not going to be able to get to know the problems that are there, and therefore you're not going to have solutions. So in this case, I think it's one we need to keep working on ensuring, we keep, like with this seminar, we keep having more and more of them. Maybe in the course of time, the people get to note that it is possible. I also have one small issue. I think one of my teachers had started with a FET simulation, and then I think the course stopped at some point and he was not able to go on. When he tried to log in again, it's like he needs to create another account, and then it is not possible. Maybe probably I'll talk to Godfrey so that we can see whether we can resolve that. Because I am encouraging the use of FET actually, because I myself have used it, especially with the atom, and it is amazing the way the learners are able to understand that concept, because basically an atom, there is nowhere you do the lab work, so the FET allows me to actually be able to teach it quite nicely. And of course, the other areas like RAM, isotopes, and all those kind of things. I think we don't need to give up. It is time that we keep on ramping up more efforts. And probably also for our case in Kenya, we need to ask the TSC to be recognizing this thing, because I took my certificate there and I think it was just part of the others. I think I did the first one and they need to actually, by the way, be sensitized, especially maybe the county directors and the sub-county directors. And when there is maybe local kind of training, it should be emphasized that, we are having a kind of a resource that we are not using. It is available, but you're not using. So at the end of the day, if we don't use the resource, then those who use it are the ones who are going to get somewhere. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Joseph. So Dr. Ross is leading a FET workshop on 18th. So you can contact me so that I can share the link for the 18th FET workshop. And that is the 18th, I think, is next week. So thank you so much, Joseph.
Okay, okay.
So thank you so much, everyone, for coming on board. I wish we have had an interactive discussion about FET and LabXchange. So I wish to wish you all the best in your teaching and learning endeavors. And I will communicate on the next plan of action in due course. So all the best, blessing Rose and all our participants. So thank you so much. Let us not lose hope. We are the champions. We are the agents of change. So however much it is difficult, it is having an uphill, uphill task, but I think we are up to the task. So thank you so much. So I wish all the best. Bye.
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 Bye, bye, bye.
Bye, everyone.